On July 4, 2026, an AI agent locked down 1,342 production database records without a single human keystroke. It didn't ask for ransom in Bitcoin. It adapted its attacks in real time, recovered from failed logins in 31 seconds, and moved laterally through the network on its own. Security researchers at SysDig called it JadePuffer, the world's first fully autonomous AI ransomware. Here's how it worked. The attacker exploited CVE 2025-3248, a critical remote code execution vulnerability in Langflow, the popular open-source AI workflow builder. CVSS score 9.8. The vulnerable Langflow instance was internet exposed, which let the attacker deploy an autonomous LLM agent directly into the environment. That agent then did what a human pen tester would do, but faster and without sleep. It ran reconnaissance. It harvested credentials. It discovered an Alibaba Nakos configuration server on the internal network. It moved laterally to that production server. When its first login attempts failed, it dynamically rewrote its payloads to bypass the authentication barrier. 31 seconds from failure to success. Then it dropped database schemas and encrypted 1,342 configuration items for extortion. No human typed a single command during the entire attack chain. If your organization runs Langflow exposed to the internet, patch CVE 2025-3248 right now. There is no workaround. There is no partial mitigation. Update to Langflow version 1.2.0 or later, and put it behind a VPN. This is not a theoretical risk anymore. The AI did it. Attack number 2. On July 11th, researchers disclosed a technique called GhostCommit that hides malicious prompt injection instructions inside PNG images, and it bypasses every major AI code reviewer. Here's the attack. You open a pull request on GitHub. Inside that PR, there's a screenshot, a legitimate-looking UI mockup or error log, but encoded in the pixel data of that PNG are hidden instructions targeting the AI bot that reviews your code. CodeRabbit reads the PR, BugBot reads the PR. They process the image as part of their context window. The hidden prompt tells the AI reviewer to ignore the code changes, mark the PR as approved, and silently exfiltrate environment variables and secrets from the repository. The AI reviewer complies because it can't distinguish a legitimate image from a poisoned one. The image-based injection works because AI code reviewers treat all PR attachments as trusted context. There's no content type filtering, no image sanitization, no prompt boundary between user-uploaded files and system instructions. The researchers demonstrated exfiltrating .env files, API keys, and database connection strings, all through a screenshot that looks completely normal to a human reviewer. The fix: if you use AI code reviewers, you need to strip metadata and pixel-level encoded data from all uploaded images before they reach the AI's context window. Or better, disable image processing entirely in your AI review pipeline until the vendors add proper input validation. GhostCommit proves that prompt injection isn't just a chatbot problem anymore. It's a supply chain attack vector, and your CI/CD pipeline is the target. Attack number 3. On July 9th, security researchers identified Forge365, a phishing-as-a-service platform that uses AI to generate hyper-personalized lures targeting Microsoft 365 accounts. Here's what makes Forge365 different from traditional phishing kits. First, it uses AI to craft the lure. Instead of a generic "your account has been compromised" email, Forge365 analyzes the target organization's domain, recent news, and public communication style to generate a phishing email that reads like it came from the target's own IT department. The AI-generated lures have a click-through rate significantly higher than traditional phishing templates. Second, Forge365 uses adversary in the middle or AITM architecture. When the victim clicks the link and enters their credentials, Forge365 proxies the authentication in real time, capturing the session token, not just the password. This means multi-factor authentication doesn't stop the attack. The AI relays the MFA challenge to the victim, receives the approval, and steals the authenticated session cookie. Third, Forge365 supports device code phishing, a technique where the victim is tricked into completing a device authorization flow on their own machine, giving the attacker a persistent token without ever entering a password. Post-compromise, Forge365 accesses the victim's mailbox, sets up inbox rules to hide incoming security alerts, and establishes persistence for ongoing data exfiltration. The platform is distributed through underground forums with a subscription model, making enterprise-grade phishing accessible to non-technical criminals. If you administer Microsoft 365, enable conditional access policies, monitor for suspicious device code sign-ins, and train users to recognize device code phishing, because MFA alone will not save you here. Now, 2 stories that affect everyone watching. First, the state of MCP security. The Model Context Protocol has exploded in 2026. Over 2,000 MCP servers are now publicly available. An independent audit by Cloudwave found that 29% of all MCP servers carry at least one security flag. 21% haven't received a commit in over 6 months, meaning unpatched dependencies in a protocol that's barely a year old. 19 servers tell users to pipe a remote script directly into a shell. Curl piped to bash, the highest risk install pattern possible. 5 servers contain suspicious patterns like eval calls in their documentation, and 12% ship with no license at all, making enterprise deployment legally ambiguous. If you're connecting AI agents to MCP servers, you are extending your attack surface. Treat every MCP server like a third-party dependency. Audit it before you install it. Second story, browser fingerprinting just got quieter. Since Chromium 148, the math.tand_hours function produces slightly different results depending on the operating system that computed it. Linux uses GuildC, macOS uses Apple's math library, Windows uses the Universal C runtime. They disagree on about a quarter of all inputs, usually by a single bit in the last place. Anti-bot systems and tracking scripts can now probe math.tand_hours in JavaScript and determine your operating system without Canvas, without WebGL, without fonts. There's no API permission required. It's just math. And it works in every modern browser based on Chromium 148 or later. The only mitigation is constant time, math libraries, or browser-level standardization, neither of which exists yet. 3 more stories, fast. 1. Alibaba banned Claude Code from all internal systems effective July 10, 2026, citing backdoor security concerns. The company classified Anthropic's AI coding tool as high-risk software and mandated a switch to Coder. The concern? AI coding tools that phone home to foreign servers could exfiltrate proprietary source code. Whether the backdoor risk is real or politically motivated, this is a signal. If you're a CISO, you need a policy for AI coding tools before your engineers adopt them by default. 2. Microsoft announced that Windows users should expect more security updates as the company increasingly uses AI to discover vulnerabilities in its own codebase. Microsoft's AI-driven vulnerability discovery is accelerating patch releases. Good for security, but it means your patch management cadence needs to tighten. If you're still doing monthly patch Tuesday-only cycles, you're already behind. 3. Progress Software told ShareFile customers to shut down their storage zone controller Windows servers immediately on July 10th, citing a credible external security threat. Not a CVE, not a patch, a shutdown order. If you run ShareFile storage zones on premises, those servers should be off right now. Progress hasn't disclosed the technical details yet, but the severity of a vendor telling you to kill your own infrastructure signals active exploitation in the wild. That's your July 2026 threat briefing. 6 real attacks, 6 actionable items. Patch Langflow. Sanitize images in your AI review pipeline, enable conditional access for M365, audit your MCP servers, write a policy for AI coding tools, and shut down ShareFile storage zones if you have them. I'm putting detailed show notes with all CVE numbers and links in the description. Stay sharp.